I'm just trying to, or a bunch of people are trying to figure out a way to get validation again through doing the worst things they can imagine doing to people, and then not really kind of fully understanding why that doesn't work. Bottom of the deck. Not really fully understanding why that won't work. Like, these people used to do this shit to me. To almost like trick me to, and not almost actually, trick me to explaining like why what they're doing doesn't work. Like they'd do it and they'd be like, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? And you gotta explain it, right? And then they go, oh, well, what else? What else about this won't work unless I do this other thing? And that's what it is. It's like, that's really irresponsible. If a person's gonna use energy magic, if a person's gonna use someone else's energy to make magic happen, they can't understand the consequences for themselves is going to be harder and worse than they can imagine if they keep doing that thing where they keep doing the negative to expect the positive, and they keep doing aggressive shit to expect someone to be nicer to them, and they don't understand why it won't work, and they keep trying to figure out a way to make someone explain to them, why doesn't this work, the thing I'm doing? Like, why can't I grab you by your fucking hand and make you punch yourself over and over and over again? And make you do it to yourself, and then when I let your arm go, you just keep doing it to yourself forever. Like, why won't that work? Like, why is it that when I let go of your arm and I'm punching you with your own fist, and then I let go of it and you don't keep punching yourself after that? Why won't that work? Tell me how to make you punch yourself after I stop trying to make you punch yourself. Because these people are trying to make me hurt myself after they continue to try to hurt me, and then they look at me like, why doesn't that work anymore? Why doesn't it work anymore? Why can't I make you do anything to yourself that I wish that you would do to yourself? Now, I don't know how to do this to you. I don't know how to make you turn against yourself now. I don't know how. Well, that's the fucking problem, you see. These people trying to turn me against them to make sure I have to be like, oh, well, I have to find some kind of common ground. And then I would have to. But it would be me having to do it. And then they go, oh, I don't have to relate to you. No, I'll make you relate to me, and I just refuse to relate to you. You're going to chase me forever. You see what happened when someone did that? Someone did that to me years ago, and he almost lost his whole fucking hand over it. That's the point. That's the point. Alchemy's like that. Don't fucking act this way. Didn't I say this 1,000 fucking times? Don't fucking expect to get anything good out of putting bad in there. And they go, well, for me, the rules are different. And it's like, for them, the rules are different. Yeah, because they're stupid. And everybody knows you can't expect them to know that. And they'll just keep doing it, going, why can't I make you do it? Why? And they smile and they go, why not? Why not? Like, they're entertaining themselves because they're stuck. Like, they're entertaining themselves because they're screwed. Like, they screwed themselves into a corner. That's a bad one. That fuck, didn't I say? Look, they might not lose their hand, but they might lose all their money. They might gamble all their money away or do any dumb thing. Buy a bunch of fucking shit they don't need. And I mean a lot of stuff. Like, more than $5,000 worth. More than that, like maybe $20,000 worth. And then they go, it's only worth $10,000 now. And next year, it'll be worth $8,000. Why? Why didn't they understand? I don't understand anything. It's like, that, you stupid. Yeah, they are. And it's like they think if they bully people, these people are fucking ridiculous. They think if they can bully people, specifically spiritually bully people, without people knowing about it, then something will go for them. And they do, but it goes in the worst way you can imagine. Because it goes to the direction of everybody goes, oh yeah, I see you doing that. I see you trying to bully all these people. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to congratulate you for doing that. I'm going to give you praise for being a fucking asshole. And then all you're going to want to do is do that. And all you're going to want to do is do that. All you're going to want to do is be the bitch, a meanest bitch in the world, and you're never going to get feeling better about yourself ever. And you're always going to come back to me to make me feel, whatever, responsible, and I'm going to praise you again. And they do. And this is what they do. And this is what the fucking weirdest thing about that, the gross thing about it, is they don't see that that's happening to them, and they get, like, hungry or thirsty for praise. And they come and fucking bully people to get praise. Because they go, that's the closest connection I get to get what I want. Is this weird magical shortcut that someone else is doing with me that's making me do it to make it okay for me to do that shit to people, and then make it like it can't actually be done to that one person, but let me just see if I can do it to you, because you won't praise me for it. because I just want you to praise me for doing that to you. That's what they want. They want you to say, "Wow, you're so good at hurting me. I'm overwhelmed by how good you are at hurting me." And yelling at them and doing shit to them is exactly what they want to hear. It's what they want to see. That's why I'm not in the fucking devil in the upright anymore, because I see that. And everybody sees that too. And they fucking Ten of Swords them to make sure that they can't do it anymore. Or that they can't stop doing it. Or that they have to do it but can't stop doing it. Have to do it but can't stop doing it. And then all they do is try to figure out a way to do it, and they have only that to do. All they go is, I'm in the devil in the reverse because someone caught me trying to figure out a way to kill somebody basically, someone caught me trying to kill somebody and make them kill themselves and I got praised for the whole thing. Someone caught me doing that and then tried to make me do it so then I would stop doing it, and then they Ten of Swords me and put me in the devil in reverse so I can't do it, and now I'm mad and I want to do it even more. And they want to do it even more because that's the point. That's the practice collaborating. Because they want to do it even more, and then they come in together in a group of people that want to do that, and they can't do that, and they come together in a group and try to figure out a way to collaborate over it financially. Someone also who sees this happening and tries to figure out a way to make money off of the fact that it's happening. There you go. That's me then. Whatever the fuck they're doing, they keep trying to make it like, I'm so traumatized, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that's a reward for them. They get off on that. They get off on, yes, I finally was able to make her do something. Now I can do what I want, and no one will stop me because I'm getting praised now. Now here comes my privileges that I get, where people just let me do stuff. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. And then they don't, because they find a way to make sure that everything they do offends people because they feel offended because they can't do what they want. And all they can do is run the fuck after people and go bah at them and run away as fast as possible. All they can do is follow people and go blah 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 blah, blah and run the fuck off as fast as possible and sit in the corner and go eat popcorn and go, when's it gonna happen? When's it past the butter? When's it gonna happen? When's the thing I set up gonna happen? When's the tower moment coming for someone else, not me? And they don't see them fucking people coming around them doing shit to them. See, that's the lovers fucking. That's weird because it's like how much distraction, right? It's like they distract themselves so much doing that to people. And that's what they're doing. They just basically find a way to distract themselves by getting to swoosh through people's lives and swoosh through their lives and do shit to them nonstop. But this is it. That doesn't change the future for me. Actually, it makes me have to be more fucking of a leader in my personal life, and then lovers in the situation is positive for me. So then there's a positive lover situation coming, or there is one right here. It's like the bitterness. The bitterness to get me to focus on what they're focusing on, and they're focusing on making sure all of the positive in my life I either can't experience it or I don't appreciate. And that's what they're focusing on. I'm focusing on trying to make me really, really upset that I have to cling, and I'm so upset and I have to cling and everything. I'm very suspicious of everything. So then I can't trust anything because it's all so suspicious. Because what if people are doing things and it's doing things? Yeah, because they'll do that. They'll literally approach and try to gaslight to make everything suspicious so nothing can be trusted ever again. So then I can't trust anything even though I know it's good, because they're doing this thing to make everything so suspicious. And everything's so suspicious. Because this is what happens. These people do this shit and then everything's suspicious after, because they let them do it and praise them for doing it, and then they don't know whether or not they actually got praised, and it's suspicious. It's suspicious after that. And they go nervous because they don't know whether they actually got praised or not. Okay? Whether or not they got praised or not, it's suspicious because it doesn't fix it. It just constantly, like, it doesn't actually fix it. So there's positivity. Yeah, because that's the point. people are feeling missing out on my positivity and wanting me to like cry and go crazy because they're doing so much fucking shit because of how I'm not supposed to be able to express the positive things anymore. I'm not supposed to go anywhere and look at anybody anymore, and there's all these terrible things I'm supposed to never be able to do anymore because of all the things people are doing around me that I just don't like all the things they're doing. And it's fucking bullshit. Like, it is. It's fucking bullshit. It's so much to get so much more power, and there isn't any power in that. There's no power in that. For some reason, people think that there's someone who would want to hurt me, and that they could help that person, and they could somehow assist that person to hurting me, and that would work. It's not working. It's actually working in the opposite way, away from these people's desires to make me fucking life hell. So they can't be gaslighting anything, and now, well, that's it. It's like Aries in the upright, Lovers with the King of Cups, which is the rising sign of both my brother and me, which is really nice because that's enough to feel like the two works out, because you can't like have one without the other, I think, because it's so much aggression a little bit, and then this Lovers to smooth out the idea of like the feeling, the Cancer rising, which is like where people goddamn attack me because they think, oh, you should be more sensitive to me. I expect you to be more sensitive to me. That's the Three of Cups, where people want to have a congregation around it. And then the Five of Swords in reverse is people can't gaslight that anymore. No. People who do this don't even basically say words. They come around and fucking do little gaslighty things and snick in and go, and then run away as fast as possible and go, when's the explosion going to happen? When's it going to happen? I've been waiting for something terrible to happen for so long. I'm so angry and bored, I can't make it happen. Yep. They time every tiny thing to make sure everything specifically happens the way they specifically want it specifically. And it's like, that's a whole fucking life gone. That's a whole life completely gone. That someone chucked their fucking life in the toilet and flushed it in the toilet. And it's gone. And that's all they do now. Keep trying to chuck my life in the toilet and flush it in the toilet over and over and over again because their lives got chucked and they flushed their own fucking lives in the toilet to make sure that no one else could. Smart. Smart, right? Real smart. Real good, right? Real thoughtful. Right? Is that a thought? Thoughtful now. That's the point. Someone can't wing their dick again. This is to rest the fucking shell bullshit that these people have been doing for so long to people like me and my family. For to fuck up his leadership and to fuck up my leadership too. Was for some reason they gonna go and like see if they can undo what the fuck he's doing. Like what he's doing is gonna be helpful for a lot of people and me. Yeah, it will help people if they'll allow him to, because like they can't fucking let him be. Wow, leave him alone and leave me alone too. Good God, fate, Jesus Christ! You want to have a tyrant? Do you want to have someone who's gonna burn the whole? Don't do that. Burn the whole thing down? No. Yeah, because for some reason people think that they can do something to me and it unbalances everything and everything's unbalanced and they have so much power to unbalance everything. It's like, oh, let me just sit here and do it. In 10 more minutes, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go over to the other side of the room and do it over there. And in 15 more minutes, I'm going to drag my chair. And I will just do that all day. And then that will just do something terrible. Something terrible will happen after that. That's not going to work the way people think. No, because that's too personal. It's not broad spectrum thinking or whole countrywide thinking or whole worldwide thinking. It's a couple of people who are so minutiae stuck in their heads that they straight up can't. That's the police can't gaslight. That's like to have a familial context that is peaceful and loving and supportive and actually like to even within self balance the power to the it's like a masculine feminine energy. It's like it's like the Cancer masculine is very like motherish of a masculine kind of, and then the Aries female is like very warrior like of a woman. So it's like balancing the two both sides out because we both are like this. And it's essential for that. Because I said this before in one of my readings that he's influenced by these things too. And it's not safe to do that. It's not safe to do that because, look, so many things can go crazy. And so many people who need that can lose a lot because they're so personally offended by something they personally didn't get to do to me personally, or because of someone else's position they didn't get to, or they were manipulated into thinking they were part of it and it wasn't really real. So they got fucked over thinking that they were going to get anywhere doing anything, and they got stuck in their little fucking heads and stuck in their little fucking cell in their heads and stuck in their helly in their heads, trying to figure out a way to bang around and create a fucking psychotic fucking meltdown every time that they're mad because I won't do something for them. It kind of, this is the point, because if this is fine, people can bring this possible, good thing, which is this is what we want. We want that. It makes like the gaslighting go in reverse. It makes the people who creating too many futuristic fucking things in reverse just chill, and it makes the fucking police what? That's the point. The police want to go in reverse with that. That's the thing. They can't create the. Oh, there you go. Because the gaslighting can't create the police to be in reverse, because if they were in reverse, they were in reverse. And if not, they're not. That's when you manifest from the Hierophant reverse again. Because that would be, right? Well, that would be the Hierophant reverse. That would be like, all these people want, like, their specific little plans to go their way. But they don't seem to understand that, like, national or international politics are so much bigger than their own personal little squabbles and squabbles. And for some reason, they get like this. They go, they're in their heads, they get like that they're in charge of everything. And they go, they're going to do any little tiny thing they think, and it will just destroy the whole thing. And that's not, like, what did they think? Like, they think they're like God or something? No. No, and people will even act them into acting like that to make sure they'll never stop. To make sure they'll never be fulfilled by it, and they'll do it nonstop, and they'll be fulfilled by it. And they'll even do it in such a rhythm routine that they are so doing it, they're doing it unconsciously because they don't even think about it. And they get caught doing it unconsciously. Especially when they try to get out of here. And they try to go around doing it unconsciously or consciously to other people and try to get to do that. People look at them like, the fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing? Get out of here. Yeah, well, you fucking doing it again. You're starting to cause a problem again. I know you. I know you from there. I know you're the one that always starts the bullshit. Get out of here. You're the one that always starts the bullshit, tries to keep it going just because you're a fucking asshole. Get out of here. We don't want you here. You're unwelcome in this position. You're not welcome downtown. You're not welcome in the park. You're not welcome in the yard. You're not welcome on the street. You're not welcome in the mall. You're not welcome in the business. You're not welcome in the school. You're not welcome on the internet either. Get out of here. Go. You're not welcome in anywhere. Try to invade my life because they don't feel welcome in other places. Try to push me around because they don't feel welcome anywhere else. Wow. Maybe they should have acted more welcoming and welcomed other people before trying to fucking cause a fucking problem that they can never fix because they got screwed over. Because they like this. Like, that's alright, isn't it? Well, that's beautiful because, like, sometimes it has to work like that. The chariot in the verse and the Hierophant in the verse is like that. You know, it's for the reason why people are afraid of the police. People should be afraid of the police. I am. I mean, police are afraid of me too, but like I am afraid of them because they could hurt me very badly, and not care at all, and they could have fun doing it, and that's part of being a police is they could have fun hurting me, and probably they would get praised for doing that, just to make sure they keep doing that. Yes, that's part of it. Say that about that. Same mentality sometimes of the whole I, my brain, I, my idea of me, and this and that. Again, whatever. Get a position of authority, then maybe we'll see what happens out of it. We have to be at an actual position of authority. People are actually afraid of you, and you can actually do something to somebody physically, or goddamn knows illegally, whatever. You can actually do it, and then you can have that. Try to get that position though first. Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah, exactly. Because it lets them be that way, like because it's necessary for this situation. Because if this is what people are mad about, say people are mad about the whole decriminalization of this and that, and they're scared of this and that, and they don't want to go anywhere because what if this and that, and if they gotta let that situation hit itself, meaning you gotta be knowing that you're gonna have to fucking handle these people running the fucking cops are gonna run the city. And you gotta let them, because you can't run the city from your little apartment if you refuse to acknowledge other people's needs, you know? And if you refuse to work with the higher ups in any way at all, or if you've been told you're not allowed, you can't be doing that. They'll do something to you. They'll ruin something. They'll ruin something and ruin it for you. Yeah, they'll ruin something for you to make sure you can't have it. And then you're going to go try to ruin someone else's thing because they ruined your thing. Yeah. And then you know who's gotten their fucking things ruined is the people who kept trying to ruin shit for me. Or other people. Who's trying to do something positive, actually, for themselves and their family or their community. Yeah, that's right. Because if I have the Hierophant in reverse after the Chariot in the reverse, it'd be the Ace of Cups for B. To beginning of a new relationship connection, or the beginning of a new relationship fulfillment, which is Himala's wet dream. And the Two of Pentacles is there for anybody who's willing to commit to that, is going to be able to make a little cash out off that. And that's a good thing. That's actually the right way to do that, isn't it? Yeah, because there's no big old corruption, because the Devil's in reverse already. It's already in the reverse. The Devil's already in the reverse right there. Right away. Because from the Sleep Room to the Four of Pentacles. Because the fucking... Oh, God. Wow. No charity. Well, there's no charity for these people that piss around and fucking start fucking fights and then go around to try to act like they didn't do it. And try to call the police and pretend that they didn't do that. These ones, they don't fucking do good. Like, they don't. Like, I don't fucking care that you're gonna come and piss with me. I don't care. But this is the thing. These people start the fucking fire and then go around and go like, look, there's a fire. You should call somebody about that. Or they start the fire and the last one to show up and they go, there was a fire? Because they were watching it from up the hill, eating popcorn, watching the fucking fire happen. They know that. They won't stop doing it. And those are the ones that get kind of surrounded by society and pushed away from achieving their something, statey something or other. That's the point. They get pushed away by society. They get pushed into the corner by society and say, no, you're weird, I don't like you, and you're a weirdo. If you're not willing to change something, if you're not willing to participate in some positive thing here, you don't get to fucking do it. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the upright is Two of Pentacles to the Six of fucking Wands in reverse. It's fine, because like you can still make money off of Pride Month if there's no Pride. Specifically if there's no Pride. Everybody wants to make money off of something else. The family. You know, that happy family that wants to go to the park and celebrate. Their kids are happy and their parents are not divorcing. Even though they wanted to, they're not. And they're going out and they're together and they're all a big group of people having so much fun together. And that's the fucking real thing. That's actually the real thing, because that's the sustainable thing, isn't it? Yeah, because those kids are going to grow up and have kids or not. But they'll remember when they were younger, they went this place and they had so much fun with their parents and they want to take their kids there again. And whether that place should still be there, it should still be there because it was so necessary. Yeah, these people do so much nasty to me. Because they got pushed out of something already. Maybe thought I should get pushed out of something. Maybe I was pushed out of something. It's a fine thing. Because that's the point. It's not about being in the fucking minutiae. It's about being above it. Or even below it to the point where I can see up its skirt and be like, those are testicles you got up there. That's kind of the idea. I'm going to look up someone's skirt from the fact that I'm below them and see it. Yeah. They're doing this again where they don't want me to be able to like have a neck. Because they want me to go like this. Am I allowed to look at you yet? Yeah. That's the weird fucking thing they'll do. They're trying to figure out a way to cause a health problem. Because they can't stitch their health problems because they made their own health problems worse. By their behavior, made their health problems worse. Someone's satisfied with their work and satisfied with their money. And it's nuts, isn't it? Because that's the point of the community is being satisfied, the family's being satisfied, the familial context is being balanced, the inner conflict that I always struggle with, and someone else does too, is being balanced enough to make a fucking work happen for other people when they want to be satisfied with their work. So they want to do what they want to do, and they want to make money off of doing that. That's the whole thingy. There's all people who want to go in places and do stuff, because of that. Yeah, and they got to be like to make a fucking issue about it, to see who's gonna be stupid enough to fucking debate about it. And you can if you want, but like up to you. He's fine. A little bit debate, but like I'd rather just get out of the stuff that's gonna be causing so many problems for me. That's right. So 8 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles, like somebody likes what they do and someone likes the money they make. That could be someone who knows how to use their psychic energy. Because that would keep that High Priestess in the upright, meaning whatever power that person has, if that's a woman or a man, whatever power that position or person has, they can use it for good or evil. And they wanted me to use it for evil. People come around the witching hour trying to picture, because they needed to get me to use my powers for evil for them. Because they're tired of being forced to do something. Well, something about the High Priestess being not forced to that, but that would not be forced sobriety. Then no, that would be temperance. That would be a really actual, real temperance. That'd be a person so calm and peaceful in themselves because they like what they do, and they do it, and they're on a consistency, and they do it, and that's consistency for everybody. And that kind of consistency is so necessary. Like, scheduled consistency is so necessary. Is a person who does the same thing, and you know they're going to do that, and you know that you can like help them do better. Or they can want to do better, and if they weren't doing so good before, they can try to learn to do something different and be able to like enjoy the thing. And that's the foster that's the foster community. Because nobody like stops learning. People like keep learning and keep growing and keep changing as they age, and they have to change. Things have to change. Something's gonna be weird about the weird fortune in reverse. Uh-oh. Somebody was making some profit off of something. Wheel of Fortune's going reverse over this. And this could be even people who invested in stuff years ago that turned out that it wasn't good for them and their family, and they still invested in it and they still lost money on it. Even though maybe their ideas of it changed, they still had investments. Or still have investments somehow, and they're losing something. That's hard. That's a hard one to swallow, that. Making investments in stuff that are necessary, that are... what's the fucking word? Like making it hard to be able to stand with oneself and say, yeah, I made that investment in that, even though I don't believe in it, and even though it was a detriment, I still invested in it, and I don't necessarily wanted to. Losing money on that, losing something on that. I feel like someone's trying to figure out a way to make some money on something that never stops. It should stop. There's no justice here. What the hell is that? Fortune in reverse and a lack of justice. Well, dude, maybe, but like, I feel like there's no attachment, emotional attachment to the. There it is. Emotional attachment to the lack of justice. Like I was saying. Like, people were feeling that they were losing their fortune because of someone's being temperate, or people are feeling temperate and dissatisfied from their work. Or community be satisfied, and these people maybe lost a little bit of fucking benefits from that. Because the Knight of Cups would be the attachment to the stupid justice in reverse. People can build an entire identity off of that. And a whole attitude, a whole workplace mentality. Out of justice in reverse. Beating their chests and crying that something isn't working or something isn't available now. Somebody attached to the Hermit in the reverse, aren't they? Attached to the crazy psychotic thing where they can poke at it and make it do exactly what they want it to do, especially when they don't like it. That thing where they can just do that and kill somebody by doing that. I could think that they would attach to that. I would think that would be a loss. That would be a net loss for anybody who's like this. Yep. It'd be a net loss for anybody who's thinking this is a good way to invest. Emotionally. Specifically emotionally. Yeah, that's an emotional investment. That's someone emotionally investing in something everybody doesn't like. Nobody likes that. Why are they doing that? Why are they emotionally investing in that? They're going to lose. Not being able to do something, not being able to connect, or just refusing to connect to something emotionally. Something that's an actually good thing, okay, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means someone like has enough emotional fulfillment. They don't need all the other bullshit. Yeah, that's all. That's smart. Well, that's smart. That is really smart. People are like trying to figure out a way to get something to go so psychotic and so out of control that nobody can control it. Like nothing controls it. Like there's nothing to control it. But it's like, that's not real. That's a fucking terrible thing to think is real. Like That's like a person thinks that the world should be on fire and everybody should be drowning in lava, but that's the devil, isn't it? Isn't it the devil thinks that? Isn't the devil think that everything should be on fire, and everybody should be on lava, and everything should be fixable, not fixable? Yeah, well, that's the point. Someone doesn't think something should be easily fixed, but it should be. If it doesn't even have a problem in the first place, why should it be fixable? Why should it be an issue? If someone's fulfilled by their emotional connections already, what would they need extra? So if someone's trying to get something out of somewhere that there's not even to give, there's nothing even to give out of it. I'm trying to get something out of it where it doesn't even have. There you go. It doesn't even have it. It's like someone wants to go in the Eight of Cups. Someone wants to go off on an emotional retreat and then learn themselves, but they can't even figure out where to go because nobody wants them to do that because nobody knows. Or people know what they're doing is to end other people by using that emotional connection they have with themselves. Basically, fostering some kind of... Oh, no. Oh, God, no. What? Fostering some kind of lack of fucking connection to God? And, like, fostering the idea that God isn't real and God doesn't exist. And God, we killed God and there is no God and I am God and that kind of thing. And it's like, no. That's all terrible. That's terrible because who wants that? Who wants someone who was willing to fucking put God down and put God on the ground and say there is no God? Oh shit, who's that? Whoever that is, they can't get no money because nobody wants God to die. Hey, I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe I don't. Maybe God being dead is a scary hellish thing to me. Because if there's no God, then there's no right and wrong. Community be poor and broke from this fuckery. Family be poor and broke from this fuckery. Trying to figure out a way to, like, have all the narcissism and it, like, go to hurt someone who doesn't want to hurt themselves or doesn't want to be doing anything to anybody. Basically just to continue to get the fucking know that nobody can make them stop doing shit to other people because they feel like they should get to do more shit to other people and they keep getting caught doing shit and they keep getting either praised for it or blocked for it. So they don't know what to fucking do and they figure out a way to do it as fast as possible, as often as possible when no one sees it, secretly. They fucking see that. That's the kind of thing when someone doesn't feel that God is real and there's no way to stop them. Like, oh, you can't stop me. I don't believe in that. And it's like, all right. Well, that's the point of a useless person. That's a useless individual. That's someone with no soul. Or someone with no, like, you can't foster that person's, you can't foster them spiritually because they've already decided to decimate themselves spiritually to prevent themselves from being decimated spiritually. Like, that's it. They've already suicided spiritually or had someone kill them spiritually and now there's nothing left to work with. No, because, like, that's it. Like, if they're going to be a people who want to have a familial context and they want to have some sort of safe place for kids to go and they want to go to a safe place where kids are, they can't act like this. They can't go around doing this to adults. Like, you know, that I got to get you to have a kid because I had a kid and I didn't like it. I didn't like having a kid because I didn't get to have any fun when I had a kid. So I'm going to make you have a kid and I'm not going to let you enjoy it at all. I'm never going to let you enjoy any of this process. Okay, look, that's fine because lots of people have kids. I don't care. I don't feel any other fucking way about it. Just someone's like trying to figure out a way to punish someone. Like people are trying to punish people so much. Like so much punishment for no reason. Like why would you punish someone that much for no reason? Like that's it. Well, heartbreak is fucking hell because they did it to themselves. Fuck me. These people blindly did this to themselves and acted like they weren't the ones doing it. And acted like they were doing it to other people, to get other people to do it to themselves so they could have a whole bunch of people doing shit to themselves, and then all these people doing shit to themselves, and then people just going, oh, well, you're like that. And emotionally abandoning people and then acting spirit for like a couple of days. Wow, the fuck. That's really weird. We did talk about the sun, about the Empress in Reverse. The heartbreak that talked about the sun, or from the position of the sun and the Empress in Reverse. Because it will. Because it is.
You can't ignore me. You can't ignore me. I refuse to allow you to look at numbers and ignore me in any way.
That's the point. These are the people who are this person or are this energy, trying to make everybody fucking feel some sort of way about it. The fact that people can talk about it is the sun and the emperor. Imagine not being able to speak about that. You just have to let it happen. And it don't be good. Nope. Yep. No. No, it don't be good. No. If you're trying to figure out a way to get something legislation, weirdly, out of somebody's like bullshit, like one person's bullshit, who completely fucked up their whole shit, or is trying to fuck up someone else's shit from this over here. To keep someone doing something, like I said, praising them for doing the same dumb shit, to start a fight too, to keep the praise coming, because what if they need more praise? Because they can't talk about something and they want more praise for it. That's regretful. That's really regretful. Wow. And they never stop because they still don't feel fulfilled. This is for fulfillment. They don't feel fulfilled. They want to continue to do this because they don't feel that what they're doing fulfills them. And it isn't fulfilling. It's on purpose, so they can't be fulfilled by that. And they just keep going. Over and over and over. Even though it doesn't fulfill them. They just keep doing it. And like I said, when they don't feel fulfilled by doing that, they come and try to make someone else lose their fulfillment in what they're doing. Because they don't feel fulfilled. I can't make this shit up. That's the point. That's what they're looking for. And they can't have it. Because they try to manipulate it out of people. So it won't ever be actually what they actually want. They're just like, there it is, and this is again in the alchemy, where they thought they could make something come by doing something that they know is against the laws, or spiritual laws, or they know against the physical laws, and it never works. And if it is, it's fake. It's fake. Or if it's only just a little bit of praise to keep them coming back more and more and more often. Just to keep the praise, just to keep being able to practice praising someone who you know is so full of shit that they can't even make their own life meaningful anymore. They just have to figure out a way to get praise constantly. And also try to figure out a way to like force people to praise them when they know they shouldn't. They just go to do shit and go, okay, I expect you to praise me now. I won't leave until you praise me. I won't leave until I get praise from you. Or something, some kind of emotions. I won't leave until I get emotions out of you. Wow. Yeah, oh, but that's the double bind. That's the point, is the double bind, where people make people praise them for basically hurting them. People try to figure out a way to like make people hurt themselves, and then make people keep hurting themselves, so they can need the praise to stop hurting themselves. In some way, whatever that is, whatever self-destructive thing, or hurting their family, or hurting their financial stuff, or just seeing everything as suspicious and not real. People don't know what's going on. Yeah. I mean, for real, they don't know what's going on. No. Like I said, they don't believe in something higher than themselves. They don't believe in something higher than themselves and their own egos and their own, I want to make choices. I want to get to make choices too. I want to get to make act two. Go on, make the act two, because it's an emergency act. How about you can make act two forever? You can just go and do anything and then make an act two. Wow. Just get your popcorn, just get your butter, and just fucking give her, because that's what you're doing. You know, make sure you make it a point with your dentist to get all that fucking popcorn shit picked up from between your teeth, because you're gonna have a problem with all that popcorn. Double bind with the too many decisions. Well, because these people literally try to fucking put themselves in a position of authority and they make all these fucking decisions and they're like, which way did they go, George? Which way did he go? Because they don't know anything. It's like they're overburdening themselves on purpose because they wanted to be the only ones to get to make decisions for themselves through other people. Like this, that's mentally ill. That's mentally ill. It's like I feel that where there's been this energy of people keep trying to push suicide on me. And keep doing shit to me to make every tiny little thing they do to me so meaningful and so angry. And everything means so much and it's so high resonance. And it's such a high intense resonance. And I just can't cope with so much resonance. Well, you see that, so they're trying to do energy magic. Trying to make everything be so intense, so intense, so intense, so intense. Because they wanted to do energy magic. And they wanted to make sure that it could be done the way they wanted it to be done. That's all, folks. But well, you're smart, right? It'd be smarter to do that for that reason, right? If someone wishes that they could have some kind of weird control over something, that there isn't any control over that. But if they could just continue to do that one thing over and over and over, maybe they could continue to say something over and over and over and over and over. Too many choices here. Not being able to speak about something. Not being able to tell the truth about something. Too many choices. All this fucking bullshit. Well, that's kind of self-destructive, but that's also kind of aligned. It's kind of an alignment thing. We're saying something south node, and it's like someone's mad because like that's on my south node too. Actually, is that Swords is my south node as well. So like, what the fuck? You know, people goddamn think something that isn't true, and they goddamn thought something that wasn't true, and they just can't let go of what they thought. You know, this is what they thought. What they thought was what they thought. What they thought. What they thought. That's also that. I thought this and I thought that, and I was wrong. Yeah, I can't get over what I thought was wrong. Okay. I thought this. Well, you thought. That's the whole idea. You thought. That's why you thought. You thought. So now you have to hang around and wait for the reality. You have to wait for Rial to come with his tea, and you can have some Rial. You can have some tea with Rial. He'll bring some tea for you. He'll bring you some tea. You can have tea with Rial, and you can tell you some reality. They wait for him though. You have to wait for him to come and do reality for you, because he ain't gonna come and just do it. You have to get it. You have to pay him enough. You get to give him enough of an honorarium. He'll come and he'll do it every year. After that. The only time someone wanted me to do all this work, but they wanted me to actually, but they just like wanted to work me down to like, I would do it just to get to do it. You know, I wouldn't get any money. I would just do it just to get the privilege to do it. I mean, that's great, right? Just to work to get the privilege to do something that I don't even want to do. Well, hang one, boo the world universe. For like I said about this, I think yesterday, somebody wanted someone to be honest. And be able to like poke at them and prod at them and torture them to get them to spit the truth out when they don't want to. Or when they aren't allowed to, or when they can't. Because they don't know, or because they're not supposed to say those things. That's private, or that's personal, or that's their business. Don't go there. But you see how they go and they decide that they have the rights to. They decide because they have a personal fucking vendetta and a personal fucking agenda and a personal fucking butthurt, they decide they have the right to do that. And they'll go and they'll target someone that they think is weak. And they're going to figure out a way to target the weak person. And then they'll make everything fall apart, won't they? Won't they figure out a way to make a tower happen for the people that they want to control? To be able to control themselves and be able to control the situation by doing that to everybody around them? That's the point. That's why other people are getting money and they're not. That's why they want to have a Queen of Pentacles around to provide for them. Because they just expect it, right? They just expect it to be given. They expect to take all these shortcuts. They expect all these shortcuts to be given to them. They expect all these shortcuts to be kept. And even if they do shit, they think a shortcut. They think that's a benefit for themselves. Well, that's all on their own. They're kind of on their own at that point, right? Like a little too much on their own. Like, but not even collaboratively on their own. Like, on their own to the point where they're self-destructive and trying to make everybody else lose money. Well, there's Queen of Pentacles doesn't lose that money. That even promotes the Queen of Pentacles. They could be promoting somebody who's a woman in a position somehow. There could be a woman who wasn't going to get a position, who was going to get a position now because of this fuckery. And Queen of Pentacles stands there like that, having the money. Being like, I don't need you to do anything. If you do anything to me, I'm still going to get money. Well, that's the part of thing where like the bullshit they do to me, they think is like hurting me, gains money for me, and gains business for other people that I'm collaborating with that gets me back the business that I have working. So like, is the weirdest thing in the world that they think that it won't work, it will go against me. 7 of Swords in reverse. Well, that's they can't steal. Sorry, not swiping. Yeah, they can't steal from me now because people are watching my work being stolen, and watching me. I let them do that, so then they can go, "Oh, that's part of your work, isn't it? That you let people steal from you." Didn't I say? And it's only after they finally can't steal the tower goes down. Because that's part of my work, is to kind of like let them steal for a while and then go, actually, by the way, yeah, that was part of the experiment to make sure you would steal from me. So then you wanted me to steal from you now. Yeah, so then someone's trying to, send me something so that I will steal from them. So that I will gaslight them and I will bullshit them and I will take from them. Because, well, they took from me. And I willingly gave it to them because they were begging for it. So I said, fuck it. You're begging? Take it. You're going to need to give this back to me later. And later I won't take it because I know what it was that I'm supposed to take now. Was what I gave you when you were begging. To trick me into thinking that it was my responsibility to protect you. And now you don't have it. And now you need me for it again. And I don't want to take it. Because it's what it is. Traps. Nah. Tower moment trapped. That's the weirdest thing. These people never see it coming. Because they never see it coming. Because they're not the ones to set the tower up to happen to themselves, right? No, they're not working in collaboration with everyone who knows them to set up a tower for themselves when they don't see it and to trap themselves in a tower moment forever. They're not doing that, right? Like I said, that's a really self-destructive thing to do. It's like, let me just put myself in the tower, make the tower happen to myself, and make sure I'm trapped in the tower moment forever. Won't you come and save me? Right? Won't you come save them from their self-destruction behavior? That's part of their work. That's what they do. That's how they are. That's what they're like. And they don't even see it. These fuckers don't see it. Because they're always trying to figure out a way to do it to other people. Oh my god. Every time they think this time will be the time they can do this. This time no one will see them. This time no one will catch them. This time nobody will notice it. This time everyone will be involved and collaborate with them and not this other person. This time I'll make it work. This time, sure. This time you'll finally be trapped forever. This is it. The people that know how to use their magic or know how to use their energy correctly, they know how to make a person think. They're going to get away with it every time. And then one day they can't get away with it anymore. And that was the last time they could ever did it. And that was the last time. And that was the last time for everybody who does that. That's like, everybody does it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. It's okay to do it. Everybody does it. Well, what if someone got caught doing it and nobody can do it ever again and everybody keeps trying to fucking make it happen again because they thought they could do it if they could just poke it again like that? That's it. Well, that's the end of that. There's the line. Go, no more. You're trapped now. You're trapped in your own self-perpetuating bullshit. Enjoy. Enjoy self-perpetuating your own bullshit, right? Enjoy your self-fulfilling prophecy where everybody hates you. Oh, baby. Enjoy that. Enjoy crying in your fucking blankets. Enjoy crying into your dirty sheets. That no one lets you do shit because you fuck people over. Shit. Enjoy that. Ow, wow. No one feels sorry for those people, do they? No. Because it's about helping a person change when they aren't sure what direction to go in. But if someone already knows what they're doing, or someone's already so far in the fucking bullshit they can't come out of it, this is all they got. That's it. There's nothing else but that. No matter how much they can do any bullshit around me or do any bullshit to anybody else, that's it. Oh. That's why. Devils in reverse. And Hierophant in reverse is because the actual situation created the police or, anybody who works for the police to not be able to start bullshit because that puts themselves at risk. It puts the Hierophant in reverse unnecessarily. It makes people not know what to do in an institution. But yeah, it creates a new wavelength and a happy fucking relationship situation with the lack of justice. Isn't that interesting how that works? Yeah, for some reason these fuckers thought that they got to fucking lean on people, didn't they? I read this and I go, who are these people who thought they were so smart that they could do this? Who's like that? People foster these people to think that this is the right way to be, and they try to go and like act this fucking way in ways like you think that like do you think that they think they gotta fucking fool people, you know, like nobody will see it, but they make them act that way so they can catch them doing it, so they can never let them out of it. That's halal. That's a lot of man. That's a lot of shit. That's like, you can't escape. You shouldn't try to fucking escape. You shouldn't try to fight. You shouldn't try to make it change for other people. And you shouldn't try to fucking self-destruct anymore. You shouldn't do that. Because, oh God, it's the end of the line. There's no more play for shit. There's no more of that. It's real life now. Nah, these ones want to poke around and go beep, 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 beep. I know how to start a fight. I'm going to go outside and go beep, 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 beep. Ah, ah. She's going to yell at me now. Ah, here comes her tower moment. Ah. Yeah, that's the point. They're in it. They're in the fucking bullshit, and they're like trying to figure out how to transfer the fucking bullshit on someone else. And people see them, and they fucking make them do it to the point where they won't stop. Every time there's a nice day, they want to do it. That's all they want to do. All they want to do is ruin somebody else's good fun because they can't do anything else. Like I said, hiding it, trying to sneak, trying to get a little, ooh, ah, ooh, it feels good. And that's about it. That's about the tower falling right on their fucking head. Boom. That's about the fucking 8 of Swords to in reverse to the point where there's laying in bed, or even if they're not in bed, they're all the time with the fucking words in their head, trying to gaslight other people with the fucking words in their head because they can't escape and they can't stop doing it. Like a fucking mental illness. That is a mental illness. It is a fucking mental illness, and they are mentally ill. To the point where there's no fixing it. It means the diversion never ends. It means it's a song that never ends. It's forever. It is. And it keeps spiraling itself around over and over and over and over and over again. It won't ever change. Yeah. And to act like that anything other than that at this point would be fucking foolhardy as hell. Because there's no way to skip up the way they used to. Talk about foolhardy. There's no way to do it. There's no way to skip up off of the thing that they used to be able to hop, skip, and a jump to themselves something positive. It just becomes about something so personal. Like I said, personal attack. This morning it was like someone was trying to paralyze me with being offended. Someone was trying to make me so offended that I become paralyzed out of being offended. And that was all it is. Offended. It's like, who's offended? Who's so offended that they need to offend me and make sure I don't get a chance to offend them because of how offended they are? That I offended them before I even realized I offended them. And I don't care to not have them be offended. Because if they're offended, then they're probably offenders. So they deserve to be offended, don't they? Since they're offenders, they deserve to be offended. Because they're offenders. And if they don't get offended, they'll keep offending. They'll keep offending forever because they never would have offended them back. Nobody. And they're offended by the fact that people are offending them back with their fucking tool that they use to offend you. Yeah. The same tool that they use to offend people is the same tool that they're getting offended by. And they can't cope with it, and they keep doing it over and over and over to get the power back over themselves. That's what it is. And they don't have any power. At all. Nothing. That's it. Slow the fucking horses of the work for being offended. Didn't they fucking just say that? Can't make this shit up. For a second. Nope. It's like they're mad, I know that. These people, for some reason, thought I was going to be, oh, she'll play my game. I'll get her to play. I know how to do this. I'll just do this little thing. I'll just do this little magic thing over here, and I'll just do this little thingy, and I'll just do some fucking fake-ass alchemy, and I'll do some alchemy things, and I'll do a dark magic alchemy, and I'll make her do it. Oh. That's right. That's why most people don't know how to use this stuff that they do. And why people say they don't want people doing stuff. Because they start thinking people are cursing them. And they start cursing people. And then they go cursing people, and guess what happens when you curse people? Yes, right. If they want to use the rule of 3, that's what happens. You get it right, you get it back 3 times. You curse, you get it back 3 times right at you. If that's what they want to pull. If they want to pull the rule 3 game, well, that's only one fucking Aleister fucking Crowley spell you got there. It's only one of the many fucking magic spells you can use that will kick you in the head. It will kick you right in the fucking head if you think you can do it to people. That's right. Defending someone's being butthurt over how they can't use their child anymore to manipulate people. Because everybody sees what they did to make their kid like that. It's the same thing they do to make sure they're all acting like that. Their kid's the same way. The kid's behavior is the same fucking behavior because they all run the fucking situation the same way. And so their kids are in reverse and they're offended by it. They're offended because nobody's offended or enough to see it and go, yeah, I fucking know what you're doing with your kid. I know exactly what you're doing with your, I'm going to make you offend me, but my child is this and that and I need you to protect. Okay. Nothing wrong with protecting children. No, this is actually real protection of children at this point. This is actually the community looking at people and going, she's trafficking that child. Well, she's trafficking her daughter. I know she's trafficking her daughter because I know what trafficking looks like, and I'm going to let her traffic her daughter until the daughter's 14 years old. And then her daughter's going to traffic her when she's old. We're not going to stop it. We're just going to let the daughter grow up to traffic the mother. And the mother will be like, you're supposed to take care of me. And I bullshit with that. That's only one of the very many opportunities these people take to play that city game with other people. Like I said, take a power of position. Take some sort of point of privilege, power position to be able to use this fucking field you have to do anything about it, or sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay? Because this is because a person like that grows up to be a person, you know what I mean? A person like that. The Page of Cups in reverse grows up to be the Queen of Cups in reverse, or the King of Cups in reverse, which is a bad thing. Bad position to be in. It's so depressive and so empty and so volatile and so dry as a bone. And really manipulative. Very manipulative. Sexually manipulative too. Spiritually manipulative. Like a spiritual vampire. If we're going there today, I'm going to use those words. Somebody can't make their money for that reason. That's the point about that. Practicing to bring people up this way. They can't manage their emotions or their finances, and these are younger people unable to do this. Either children or younger people, or persons who need to be treated like children or younger people because their ideas of life are that way. They're mentally children. Yeah, they're mentally and legally children, and they can't learn because this is exactly what the fuck they need to do. They're creating a self-perpetuating process where they're helpless. And they're defending their illiteracy almost. Like they're defending their illiteracy. It's like an emotional illiteracy and like a financial illiteracy. It's like they're defending their right to be that way. That's the weirdest thing you can do. No, because if this is an actual child, if these are actually children, if this is an actual family of children, people will take those kids away from the parents and teach them how to read and how to express their emotions correctly, and bring them back to their parents and don't let them talk about what they taught them. And the parents will go crazy and put the kid in the tower and try to tap them in the Eight of Swords in reverse and sit there in the Nine of Swords going, I'm abusing my child. I can't stop. And they can't escape, and they keep creating fucking bullshit for themselves. Okay. Now that's an actual, real protection of children. Yeah. Yeah. That's safety. It's a community safety net. Yep. Because people try to figure out a way to do all this nasty shit to me to escape what's really, 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 really real. Real. Like it doesn't work. That's the point. They would have a kid and then abandon it into the system because they can't manipulate the system or the kid anymore. Especially when the kid gets more smart than them. There you go. They can't be creative with this. They can't manifest from that. They can't be a creative person. They can't sit and like pretend that they're bringing anything good to the table if this is the way they treat their family. Or if this is the way they see these are students. This could even be students that they're trying to teach and they're not teaching them correctly. This could be people who are supposed to be working with kids or supposed to be helping children, and they have so many traumas and so many problems that they can't get validation for. They want to fuck up the kid almost to prove something about themselves. Or prove something about the institution. Say the Hierophant in the verse, prove something about the institution is corrupt. And it's like, that's a really shitty way to do that. That's like a terrible way to do that. It's like the worst thing you can imagine doing. People can't defend themselves for that reason. I'm not saying who. This is not necessarily a person, okay? This is about the idea of a person or a group of people who is not like able to defend their thing they did. This could be a person I'm thinking of right now. It represents her pretty well. But it usually has to do with like a person or group of people who somehow thought that they had some kind of better example for themselves or some kind of better connection, or they thought they had something. Like this is the thing about the wands in reverse. Like they thought they had a fucking big dick energy for themselves. They thought they were going to wing their big dick energy around, and they're kind of impotent now. And even if they're women, they're kind of impotent as women. Specifically, if they had some kind of idea that they had kids and they were going to be bosses of all the people. Everybody and everybody. That's like, let me just see how bad the abuse is at home. Let me just see how bad it is at home for your kids when you're not around and when you think you can run the community because your kids are in reverse. What you doing? Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, this is wonderful. I like when I grab a bunch of them and it all makes sense. It's like really cool. This is about stable housing environment, stable home, stable family, you know, good place to be, roommates you want to be around, things like that. Not feeling overburdened or carrying all the burdens for these people. Meaning, this is what the people do to me here in housing. They do this to me at the fucking problem they'll do, and they'll literally try to do shit to hide the shit they're doing, so I can't identify the shit they're doing because they're hiding it. As I'm talking, they'll come and go and they'll be in the hallway with each other, and it's usually a guy and a woman who's going trying to start a fucking argument with me because they can't leave and they want to start a huge argument because they got to get something because they fucked up by doing shit to themselves and to me and to other people for so long. There is no way out of it, and the only way out of it is through it, and there's probably no way through it at this point. Probably the only way through it is to fucking put your hands up and say, I need help, please help, and actually do the work, and not like sit around and bitch that you couldn't. You know what I mean? Someone wanted to repeat someone's slogans, well, actually do the work then. Yeah, that means a lot of different things sometimes. So there's the judgment in the upright for these people. Okay, that's like another child. I hear foster child. It could be the foster system. For fuck's sakes, because it comes to adult fostering adult. It comes to mentorship. People want to mentor each other, want to be mentored by each other, or don't have a good role model and act like a fucking fool to fucking get someone to do shit so they can act fucking fucked up again, so they can be the bosses themselves again. Judgment in the upright, like for that, to know what it is, to know where it comes from, almost to say I can't judge these people. Like the young people say, this could be youth in the area, the youth in the area that are in reverse. They don't have a good role model, don't have a positive relationship with their parents, don't have parents at home. Their teachers are assholes. Everybody's worse than them. You know, their older brothers and sisters don't give a fuck about them, that sort of thing. They feel abandoned. They can't communicate emotionally. They're like going around being violent. So this would be someone, there could be a kid who's like, or young people who's like, can't hold their temper. That kicks off and starts having tantrums out of nowhere. People don't know where that's coming from. They know where it's coming from. I hear ABA, I'm hearing ABA, I'm hearing ABA. Oh, did I mention that? I think I mentioned that. I don't know if I'm going to post it, but I mentioned that, and when I mentioned that somewhere, like, this is actually what Hess created. Because he was the way he was, they actually created ABA from torturing Hess to death. You want to know about that? Look up more about Hess and how he died and how he tortured him for so long, because he was this propaganda master more than Goebbels was, actually. He's a propaganda master, manipulator, all the time, being the suavest little fucker he is, or was. And they tortured him and studied ABA, and that's how they made ABA, is torturing Hess to death. To make sure he would never do that again, because he had too many connections, they couldn't let him go. And he knew too much, and they couldn't have him die. Yeah, they had to keep him alive to torture it out of him, so that they would know when this sort of fucking thing started happening again. They'd know, oh yeah, that Hess guy, we remember we did that to him. What worked on him? That's what works on these people, to keep them this crazy fucking way they do. Disconnected, right? But it isn't. It's better because these people don't be bringing anything positive. They're the kind of person that comes to a family gathering. You know, the kind of person that comes to a family gathering and sits around and is miserable because nobody cares about their problems. And they want the whole family gathering to be about their problems. And there's kids around that need it to be about them. And the kids are fucking feeling neglected and ignored because all these assholes are sitting around being mean because they feel like they're children still. And they didn't get acknowledged. And it's like, nobody wants you at a family gathering. Go away. I don't really care for family gatherings myself. I'm not really a fan, but understandably so. That would fuck up a whole generation of people, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it make a whole generation of people feel so invalidated and so uncared for? That you wouldn't be able to trust them. You'd be afraid. Yeah, there you are. Wow, that's too much power. That's someone having too much power. That's like these younger ones having too much power because they don't have their control yet. Their brains straight up haven't developed all the way. They don't have the control necessary to know what they're doing half the time is wrong. That won't end. Yeah, most likely. But that's okay. I think that's fine because like that's a probably direction of good. It feels like something's flowing in the right way, even though someone's trying to like clog it up. People are trying to clog it up so they can like benefit themselves by clogging the fucking thing up. But like it won't be. No, because people will find they'll find the system. People will work to the system and work for the situation. Will find it and poke it until the dog unclogs itself. Floosh. And they go floosh right down the drain the way they flushed themselves before. The way they flushed themselves down the drain the first time. Is the way they're going to get flushed down the drain again and again and again because he's trying to clog it on purpose to stop people from doing shit because they didn't get through something. Death in reverse and the Two of Cups. Okay. Socialization is absolutely okay. Creating a network is a good thing. Do it. Positive. Sharing cups with each other. I mean, like actually sharing emotions, like in a good way, positively. This is the chance for that. It's like someone sharing cups about somebody, though. Or that can put someone in a feeling of, like I said, a feeling of abdication, like they shouldn't be there, or something. Like someone's, like, it's like deadbeat dad stuff or something. It's gonna be like some deadbeat dad shit. Or, baby daddy shit. Where, like, they're not in the right space to be involved that way, and they're feeling in reverse, and they feel like it's like some rapist shit. Some anger stuff. Someone's angry about someone getting to do stuff. It's like someone's got a fucking baby mama and she's trying to take care of her kid and they're trying to be the fucking jackass who won't let it happen. Because they want to be the ones who gets the attention for it. Because they want to somehow figure out custody, but no one's going to give custody to this bitch. You think that? No. That's just my fucking reading on this one. There's a lot of other things this could be. Competition. Okay, King of Wands in reverse is going to compete with someone. Wow. Wing your dick. If you can find it. The fuck? Oh my god. What? Wing your dick if you can find it, because you can't find it. It's gone. It's crawled up beside you. Competing with this. What the hell? The King of Wands in reverse is competing with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? It's like an impotent, angry man is competing in the upright with a poor bag lady. It's bringing it out what's true. It's just bringing out what's true. What someone neglected to show the truth a long time ago. It's just bringing it out now. That's the part about this truth thing is just really, really hard because people don't want to be showing what they're really about and what was really true even a long time ago, and they want to make it so it's not like, and they have to, you got to see that, right? You got to see it because then you can understand how things can change in a positive way. Okay, Six of Cups in the upright means no real fucking problems with homelessness. You know, because someone's had a positive background or foster in the background or someone was there to support them or give them something. Could be even a good teacher or a good community person that was doing something. Whatever. Someone who was trying to do something for themselves and was able to support someone else. You know, anything, really. Positive, anyway. So weak. Yeah, because that's what it is. That the King of Wands, that's weak, though. That's a weak sauce. And the King of Wands competing with the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that's like two really bad. It's like bad parents. Or bad, not bad people, but like they feel so bad and they've done so many things fucking wrong. And all they got is to compete with each other. Didn't they say that? It's like people who go to the family gathering and then it's just what they see. is these people sitting around hating each other. It's like an old married couple. It's not even a cutesy thing. It's gross. It's an old married couple who fucking hates each other because they can't win the battle with each other, and they can't win each other over, and they can't win each other's community over, and they can't manipulate their kids. And they're poor and they're angry, and everybody hates them because of that, and nobody wants them around because they're that hard to be around, and they're that hard to manipulate, and you can't hands them to make them act anyway because there's nothing to talk about besides this and work. That's weak. It makes them feel weak because of it, like because the reality of it's being seen. You know, we're having some tea with reality. We're gonna see the reality of the situation for this. Oh, strength in reverse is a mystery. Okay. Some fucking helpful person made so someone couldn't be homeless, and that weakened someone's mystery. They don't want to be seen. These people were doing this. They, like I said, they don't want to be seen. They want to be able to do it and not be seen doing it. Moon and the star. Like they want to make a star happen so they can distract, right? They don't want to be seen doing it. The mystery of that. And then there's a star, and it's like, look at the star. Everybody focus on that. It becomes like people be fostering their kids to become like big movie stars and shit, or even celebrity fucking this and that, just to get the fucking seeing, oh look, and this and great thing. But like, what if they didn't actually want, like they didn't actually do it, they're just, someone else did. Maybe someone else did it. Maybe someone else fostered their kid to be a celebrity, or someone else fostered their kid to be a star in their own personal life, or to be seen as some kind of mentor, or some sort of like the goal is to be like them or more like them. The goal is to work your way to being that way, even though the person's not perfect. You know, the star is naked here. That's the point. The star is naked. She be exposed and everybody sees it, or he be exposed and everybody sees it. It's a hard position to take. Yeah, you can't hide anything after that. If you're the star, you're completely exposed. Weirdly, these people wanted to have the star completely exposed, and they wanted to hide. That's when people die. That's when 27 Club people end up dying. There's the Magician in Reverse. Hello. Then what I say about that, you can't be manifesting the Magician in Reverse. Magician in Reverse tries to manifest. You manifest 10 Pentacles in Reverse. Boy! On purpose, or at least what the situation makes itself into is that. And it gets exposed to people don't have any direction and go in with their ships. They don't know what's good now. Wow. Because no representation for the King of Pentacles in reverse. Or no representation makes the King of Pentacles be in reverse. What was I saying about this King of Pentacles? Some Hank Scorpio. With his flamethrower. Nobody's representing this King of Pentacles in reverse, because why should you have to worry about that when everything's so done? Everything's dealt with. Everything's perfect. Like, really, it's quite nice. Like, what is this then? It's like this, I don't have it kind of thing. Like, I'm here and I'm this poor guy, and it's like back to poor me's. No one's representing their poor me, sad man syndrome, where they don't have enough money. Nobody's representing that because nobody's. Oh man, that's good. That's good, isn't it? I gotta end it here.